Look for the lights, and as they go out, we will be underway at Silverstone. You can see Tom Stevens immediately covering off Jan Granqvist as they head towards Abbey at turn 1. Round the outside, sorry, it was Adam Maguire who covered him off. Round the outside goes Tom Stevens, and it might be a THR 1-2 if he can hold it round the outside, because he'll be on the inside for the next corner. THR does go to 1-2, so it's Maguire in the lead from Stevens. Whoa, spin in the background. Oh, is that Schluter? I think Schluter got caught up in the pack. Schluter, oh, and he's upside down. Someone is on their lid. Schluter is involved as well. Oh, and it's one of the Stax cars. It's Isfang Singel who's gone upside down, and there was another car involved as well.
There was a separate incident in the back. I think that was Chris Shepherd.
We're focusing on Chris Shepherd, who has already lost his front wing. He's alongside Hygo Poom here. The car in front of him is Tomasz Vok, and he goes into the back of Tomasz Vok's car. So that is unfortunately on Chris Shepherd.
And then, it was Lalu that tapped
bang!
Poor Mark Schluter around.
Singel got a car to the face. That was disastrous there. We're on board with Jukka-Pekka Lalu. Oh, there's the contact, and he lifts up the car of Mark Schluter.
Here's what happened to Jeffrey Fournier, who started from the back row of the grid. That's Dennis Urban just ahead of him. Into turn 1 he goes, and the rear just swaps ends on him.
We're about to take a look at Jukka-Pekka Lalu. This is the second Super Venturi car, the team that's leading the championship. He's going for an overtake on one of the Pescara ADG cars. Goes to the inside line and makes the move stick.
Instant Gut is attacking now in this replay.
Indeed. Goes up the inside of Gut. And is he going to make this one stick as cleanly? He's 16th position according to the timing screen. And that would have been the move that he pulled for 15th position. As we now look, well, this will be the move actually. We now look at his move on Tomasz Vok. Up the inside into 15th place, heading up to Stowe.
The race. Oh, there's an incident at Stowe between Buliu and Thomas Vac.
I think it's just Wok versus Bewley there, and they've both gone off into the gravel. Bewley spins it around, a little bit of a J-turn to get it pointed back in the right direction. As now we see Moritz Kropp making a move on Matthew Williams. He goes through into 9th position in the nocturne.
This is what happened to Fournier. This must have been what caused that yellow. Oh, just looped it round at Chapel. So another big dramatic moment for Jeffrey Fournier, and I think he might have just tapped the wall there.
Yeah, second spin of the race from Fournier. And that's George Zalagianis now, who's lost his front wing through Maggots Beckett. You see Chris Shepherd on his tail, but no contact. He just dropped it by himself and slammed into the barriers. And into the pits now comes Adam Maguire. It's Maguire who's made the first move by diving into the pit lane. You very rarely see the leader of the race be the first to dive in.
Yeah, but he didn't want to get undercut, of course, so that's him dictating the pace as Ruhl goes up the inside of Matthew Williams through Aintree. There could be some traffic that plays a part here in THR's strategy, as this is a replay of Ruhl just getting the attraction on the inside out of the loop.
And look at Granqvist. Granqvist is on Stevens. Stevens no longer has the defense of Maguire up ahead of him, so he decides to dive into the pit lane. Here's a replay of Adam Maguire's move. We're about to see him go up the inside into Brooklands, but he didn't complete the move there. He had to complete it around the outside of Luffield, which is going to be a tough one. There he goes. Look at the angle that he approaches the corner at. And Stevens might be about to have to do the same thing. He might be on the outside around the loop. This time it looks as if Vincent Gutt gives him room. Stevens gets through earlier,
but Fischer comes in, and Tyen, I think, is following him in.
Stefan Roth's just DNF'd. Oh no, we're expecting to see him just disappear, phase out of existence, like you wouldn't see happen in real life. But this is basically, there he goes. Whoa! Okay.
Into the pits comes Robin Panzer. There we go. This is what I thought would happen a few laps ago, but Adonis splitting the strategies.
Panzer emerges just in front of Vincent Gutt, and Vincent's having the time of his life getting involved. Scraps.
It'll be interesting how long they stretch the harder tyres. And Granqvist comes in, and surely Braxock is going to follow him through into the pits as well.
As Vincent Gutt is going to have Daniel Stepkowski to contend with down into turn 1. Stepkowski goes through. I think it's hard tyres all around, isn't it? I think, well, Moritz Kropp's on the mediums. Oh, nearly twitches into the side of Gutt. And Moritz Kropp now does make the move stick.
Yeah, and Martin, he's starting to hold up Maguire here.
Through on the inside goes Adam Maguire. A little touch, I think, on Carlos Martin. You don't want to do that when you're not Oh, and a crash! Off goes Martin. He's going to hit the barriers. You can see that there is a little bit of wheel rubbing between Maguire and Martin. Martin's going to be on the outside. He's going to light the tyres up on the curb. Round the car goes, into the barriers, and it's good night sunshine. What a shame.
Yeah, you saw Carlos had to go much wider than he really wanted to onto the sort of curbs and AstroTurf, and there's just no grip out there, unfortunately for him. So easy to do. Oh, great reactions from Tom Stevens not to just clatter into the back of him.
Let's take a look at Hygo Poom. He will be yet another retirement, and it's on the exit of Chapel. Is he going to get on the curb and light it up just like Carlos Martin, but the other way around? And also makes the barriers. So yet another retirement from this one. We've had an overtake. Stein Hagengraf has dropped behind Jukka-Pekka Lalu. That was over 11th position. And look at how close Stevens is to the back of Maguire here. But, oh, look at that. Wow, it looked as if he was going to go for a move there, and a very late one at that. Here he goes again, up the inside, and this time he will take the lead. And you saw a little lift from Adam Maguire as they approached the braking zone. He didn't want to go side by side with Tom.
But here is how Moose got through then, and it looks like a fairly straightforward Tom Stevens-esque DRS move down the straight into Stowe. Plenty of space left by Stein Hagengraf.
And now we're seeing Jukka-Pekka Lalu slipstreaming his way past Matthew Williams for 10th position. Goes up the inside, makes the move stick. We're seeing a replay now of Moritz Kropp in the sister car to the THR team. And he has a big save. Nice little... Oh! Well, I was going to say he saved... Oh, and he does save it! Look at that! I was fully expecting to see him spear off towards the wall there, but that is a good save from Moritz Kropp.
As this is Matthias Moose, I believe, overtaking Matthew Williams for 10th position then into Stowe. And yeah, Williams, unfortunately, has sort of just been shuffled back.
And into the pits now comes Adam Maguire. So Maguire pits from 2nd position. And into the pits comes Stevens. So Stevens in, Jarl Tyen in as well. Oh, and look, Adam Maguire's gone through. So Maguire, by pitting a lap earlier, retakes what could be the net lead of the race. This is Mark Schluter, who, well, we really haven't mentioned since that first lap collision. Let's see if he can get himself back into the points. Oh, no. Well, that won't help, will it? Big spin. Gathers it up nicely, but that won't have done his tyres any good. And coming into this round 2nd in the championship, he may be coming away from this round with no points whatsoever. He would be absolutely gutted if that were to be the result. You only have to use 2 compounds of tyre, so there is no obligation. Jarl Tyen passing Matthias Moose and being followed through by Daniel Stepkowski. It's a great place to watch from. And Tyen slipstreams his way up the inside of Jukka-Pekka Lalu and gets him before the corner. So P7 goes to Jarl Tyen now. He should gain some more positions before the end of this race as well. Stepkowski trying to follow him through. He's had a very competitive race so far. And goes to the outside now through Woodcote. And if he gets himself far enough alongside Lalu, he may get through into Copse. Wow, that's brave. Very brave indeed. And he makes the move stick.
Let's look at how twitchy the rear end of Fisher's car is getting. Those hards have had enough. And here comes Adam Maguire.
Yeah, that's the opportunity Maguire needed. And through he goes on the inside. Fisher will temporarily split the 2 THR drivers. Here comes Tom Stevens. Up the inside, Fisher not able to defend. Or will he? Because he's got the inside line for Club here. Stevens with the tyre life goes around the outside, gets through.
Stevens is really rocketing behind his teammate, and they swap positions. Adam Maguire did not fight that one at all. Stevens up to 4th. It's right to the inside goes Jarl Tyen, and surely he's found a way through. Pushes Dylan Fisher as wide as he can on the exit of Brooklands, and Fisher dives up the inside through Lovefield there. More contact made, but Tyen will breeze around the outside.
They had their wheels locked together for a good half a second there. They are so lucky to get away with it. And you'll see just how long they had those wheels locked together for. Dylan Fisher really wanted to fight for that one, because with only 3 laps left in the race, who knows what could happen. Here we are on board with Fisher now, who gets run out to dry. And there's the contact, and there's where the tyres get hooked together. Well, no, has Fisher fought back here? Fisher's gone back past Jarl Tyen, gone around the outside, and up the inside. Tom Stevens goes through and loses it. Hey, hold on to it. Oh my goodness, he saves it. He just about saves the spin, and somehow is still in 4th position. My goodness. Here's Tom Stevens now. We're about to see the move that just took place. This could have gone so badly wrong. This could have been Tom Stevens' race for the win over. Great save. Whoa. And he's gone through.
Stevens back through.
So Tom Stevens had the slipstream down the Wellington straight. He got up the inside into Brooklands. I actually think Bradshaw could have defended that more, but through goes Stevens.
Because he'd been split from Panzar.
That's true, that's
more
true.
Weaving from Dylan Fisher.
And here's the move from Tyen, round the outside. This time has the inside for Luffield and does get the move done. Great move from Yartine, very important stuff. Still hosts club races and things like that. Oh, and a spin! Stepkovsky goes off into the grass. Stepkovsky is making the move on Fisher. Goes to the outside. Now where do they lock wheels and why? And why? There it is on the apex of the corner. Grankvist leads by 7 tenths, then it's 8 tenths back to Stevens. Any of these three drivers could still win this race. But it's got to be now. Wide in the background goes Maguire. He still has a chance of fighting with Bratchok for 4th. Apparently we've just been told Max Schluter's been off the road. And what was that? Oh, sorry.
Chris Shepard getting out of the way of the leaders. He's a lap down.
My apologies. I thought that was... Oh!
Getting in the way of Stevens.
And there is Tom Stevens being held up by Chris Shepard on the exit of Luffield. Oh, big twitch there. Oh, there was contact. Oh, my goodness. Shepard... Okay, he was going abnormally slowly, but I think he held his line into the barriers. He wasn't going to score points anyway. This is Mark Schluter's move on Matthew Williams on the final lap of the race to give himself slightly more. Oh, and there was contact. Look at that. Contact between the two of them. Now, I know that wasn't...
back, wasn't it, Caitlin? And it looks like Matthew Williams either didn't see him coming in time or just wasn't very compliant because he just sort of turned across.
I don't think he was far enough alongside. I don't think Williams could reasonably have expected a move to have been made there. You see the move in the background between Bratchok and Maguire. Maguire all over the back of him. But what a drive, and up the inside he goes. Maguire will get 4th place. Great move, good drive. But what a race this has been from Jan Grankvist to run for such a long time on hard tyres and to win for the first time since the Chinese Grand Prix. Jan Grankvist will feel amazing about that, and he extends his championship lead yet again. Jan Grankvist takes a 4th victory, the 4th victory of his season, and extends his championship lead. Robin Panzer is 2nd after a spirited drive on very old hard tyres. He was never more than a 2nd behind the eventual race winner. Tom Stevens P3, and he will be followed home by his THR teammate Adam Maguire, who after all of that, after his pole position leading into turn 1, does not finish on the podium. Janos Bratchok drops to P5, Yartine climbs to P6, then it's Dylan Fisher, who got into quite a few collisions towards the end of that race, but I won't judge them just yet because I don't think I saw them from enough angles. Daniel Stepkovsky P8, then Jakub Lalu P9 and P10. Let's move on to the second slate of the finishing order if we can. To see Moritz Kropp P11, Stein Handgraf P12, Mark Schluter P13. What a disappointing race for him and the Edge Esports team, to put it kindly. Matthew Williams P14, then Vincent Gutt in P15 scores the final point. So congratulations to our usual cameraman. It was clearly worth taking a bit of a day off today. Dennis Urban, well done, finishing his first GPVWC Super League victory. His first Super League race. Now that would have been but there you go. Philip Pushke P17, former winner at this track. He'll be disappointed not to have scored a top 15. Maxim Bewley also finishes despite a couple of incidents, and Chris Shepard finishes probably without his front wing, but there you go, 19 finishes. The start of this race was pretty hectic. We had plenty of drivers dropping out. Igo Priem, Carlos Martin, Stefan Rolt, so both of the TOP esports failed to score today. George Zalagianis, Jeffrey Fournier, Thomas Rock, Pascal Pollens, and then of course both of the Stax cars and both of the TX3 drivers who failed to even show up for this race.